Hello folks, it's Pam, Lady Digger in PA, and I'm having my lunch, grilled cheese, right now. I want to tell you something that happened last week, and it was a really, really bad week. On Wednesday, I got up out of bed. My husband was sitting up on the side of the bed on his side, and he uses a CPAP machine for sleep apnea, and he was fumbling around trying to turn the thing off, and he seemed like he couldn't figure it out or something. Well, all of a sudden, he sort of fell and laid on the ground. I couldn't get to him because of, not being able to get the wheelchair across the other side of the bed. Our bedroom's really, really narrow. And he, long story short, he'd had a stroke. I called 911, and they came. The dispatcher, 911 dispatcher, was really dumb. I kept telling her, I said, I can't get to him. I can't tell what he looks like. If he's, how his color is. I can't tell anything. I can't get over there. She didn't seem to understand what I was saying. It was getting me more and more frustrated and upset. So they took him to Regional Hospital in Scranton, and he had a stroke. At that point, he was unable to communicate, to speak, and as it turned out, his memory was impaired for a short time. He didn't know his name. He didn't know hardly much of anything. Being stranded here, and I had no help except for my son that came. He was a big help. I shouldn't say I have no help. I tried to call for help. I tried to call a couple churches to see if they had anybody, because I was scared to death. I wanted to go see him. I wanted to know what was going on, and I had no way of getting there. And my son's wife was working, so, even he couldn't do it. And my daughter couldn't do it, and my other son didn't come up, so I felt more and more alone than ever. And as it turned out, I was able to finally talk to him. They got him into a regular room, and I guess what you'd call stabilized, on a different medicine. And at first, he was not making a whole lot of sense. He couldn't really put his thoughts into words, so to speak. So I was so upset. Like I said, I was all by myself here. Nobody to take me to see him, and I was beside myself. What more could happen, I'm thinking. Really? And I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed, Lord, please do something. And I have Facebook friends, if you call them that. Some of them are just acquaintances. And the sad thing about it is, so many of the ones that live locally don't seem to give a hoot. They're just friends in name only. I asked for help, and one person locally offered to help me. Another friend of mine was sick, so she couldn't do much. But the one offered to help, and she has been a tremendous help. So, anyway, as the days went on, the next day he was somewhat better, and he finally, to make a long story short again, got out of the hospital on Saturday and came home, and he's a lot better. Becky went out to the store just now. Today's Monday. So he's doing well. He has his memory back. He's able to speak normally. He had a little problem adding up the checkbook with money. But aside from that, he is doing really well, praise God. I'll tell you something, folks. I am scared to death. I've been having this post-traumatic thing ever since, I guess, the leg. And I didn't realize it till I read in a book I got about just the different things that you go through in losing a limb. And I didn't realize that a post-traumatic stress thing could actually be something real. But it is. And I have been having that. The not sleeping, the memory, and thinking of this and thinking of that. Anyway, after this happened to Bob, my husband, I have been so beside myself in fear. Like, what if something happens and I'm by myself forever, you know, and he's not here? What am I going to do? And that has petrified me beyond words. And the kid's excuse, not my one, but some of them, has been, oh, this is why you and Dad should be in a high-rise, senior high-rise. Oh, come on, I'm 62 years old. Why am I going to go in a senior high-rise? My mother's 94 and lives in her own house with my sister helping her out, living there. Can't the kids, like, realize that you don't just dump your parents? I don't get it. I don't want to be, and neither does Bob, in a senior high-rise. This is our home. We want to be here. Yeah, in years to come, we need to do something about that bathroom that's so narrow to get into, and with the clawfoot tub and all that. Yes, we definitely do. But for now, our kids should be concerned about our happiness. Putting us in a place that we would not get along well, not fit in well, would be the worst thing they could do. And nowadays, don't kids think about, like, you know, mom and dad taking them in when they do get really old? I mean, honestly, we raised our kids and gave them a home, and I gave them everything, you know, growing up that we could. So why would they just dump us? I don't understand. This society is so screwed up. You know, just so, the priorities are wrong. And there's no caring for the most part. Well, anyway, he, thank the Lord, gained back everything, memory and verbalization and all that, and no impairment on either side of his body. So Bob is doing really well, thank the Lord. And I do thank the Lord for that. But I'm having a struggle myself, and I am scared of being alone. I'm scared of something else happening to him in the future. And I know the future is not guaranteed. Right now, I think some of it is. I'm really bothered because this weather has been so horrible. I mean, we don't have a lot of snow here. We have a couple inches, several inches on the ground. And oh, I was able to go see Bob in the hospital on Friday, thanks to my son. My younger son called me up at 4 and said, Mom, can you be ready by 5? You know, pick you up, and, you know, we'll go down and see Dad, but don't tell him, it'll be a surprise. And he told me later he was surprised, pleasantly so. So, he really went out of his way for me. And that meant a whole lot to me and to Bob. So, to make it, let's say I'm going ahead and all of that. Thursday, my son's taking me to get fitted for my prosthesis. And then it'll be about 2 weeks. I don't have all the money I need yet for it. It's going to be about $4,300 for the first one. And I guess I'm short about $1,000. I'm still trying to get it on the Facebook fundraiser thing. But hopefully I'll have it by the time the leg's finished. So hopefully I'll be able to get that and learn what to do with it, how to work it, etc., and be able to walk again and have some freedom like I had before. Maybe I'll be able to metal detect and bottle dig, Lord willing. I really hope so. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, give you updates, let you know what's going on here. Thanks for watching, folks. I really appreciate your like and your subscription to my you know, my blog here, blog, whatever you want to call it. I'll hopefully have some really good digging videos this spring. Again, thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.